This was no ordinary lesson. The homeroom teacher had hypnotized the entire class, claiming it was meant to teach them social rules and help them understand what actions were forbidden. 100 signals represented 100 different behaviors that would trigger suicide if performed, and there was only one way to break free from this deadly spell: be the last one standing. Since only one person could survive, the teacher casually told them to have fun figuring it out before jumping off the balcony himself. The students quickly turned on each other, paranoid that someone might hurt them to ensure their own survival. Anna rallied everyone to research and find a way to break the hypnosis. Just then, a boy named Nick burst into the room excitedly, claiming he'd discovered how to break the spell. He explained that the hypnosis video they'd watched in the multimedia classroom was actually a mind control technique used by cults back in the 1980s. He'd found a book that detailed 50 of the deadly signals and enthusiastically wrote them on the blackboard, encouraging everyone to avoid these 50 while searching for the remaining 50. Without suspecting anything, the students followed Nick's plan. Two went to the gym to get food and water, while others continued searching for clues. However, the two students who went for water ended up hanging themselves, and the classmate who accompanied Nick to the library also committed suicide. Suspicion began to fall on Nick, so they tested him by making him drink from a large water bottle. When nothing happened to him, another student drank from the same bottle and immediately died. Nick burst into laughter, dropping his facade completely. The truth was that the book didn't contain 50 signals, it contained 64. With knowledge of the signals, Nick had become the ruler of the group. Except for the soccer team members and Anna, most students fell in line behind him. He revealed that 7 people pointing at someone simultaneously would also trigger a signal, and he began using Anna to help eliminate anyone who opposed him. The soccer team captain, who had always been in love with Anna, teamed up with her to investigate. When they discovered a couple who had committed suicide together, they finally realized the truth. Besides the 64 signals from the book, the remaining 36 were the class rules their teacher had constantly drilled into them. One of those rules was no staying overnight at school, which meant that regardless of whether they triggered any signals, they would all die on campus unless only one person remained by dawn. They tried to warn the other students not to be deceived by Nick, but he knew his secret was out. Wearing a raincoat, he began splashing beer on everyone, watching as they triggered signals one by one and died in various gruesome ways. After he ran out of beer, only 3 people remained alive, and dawn was breaking. The captain made his move against Nick, who couldn't help but fight back, and both ended up dead. Anna became the sole survivor just as the sun rose. She opened the note and phone that the captain had left behind, learning that all the soccer team members had actually been in love with her and had died protecting her, one by one. Anna held the captain's body and cried loudly for a long time without committing suicide, because the hypnosis had finally been broken. This mass suicide incident shocked society, but 5 years later, no one except Anna remembered what had happened. What nobody noticed was that the homeroom teacher's body had disappeared, because he was still alive. Anna had successfully carried out her revenge. And that's where our story ends.